Hello and welcome back to Splinter Tree Post in Ashenvale. We were only here briefly, so if you forgot, it's the little Horde town over here on the east side. Let's see what we can do here. Let's gather up all the quests we can find. Once again, probably not going to do them all. We'll see. Stone Talon Standstill. If you want to be useful, then why don't you do something about the situation near Talon Deep Path? The transports between Ashenvale and Stone Talon are at a standstill because of the lake coming alive and attacking anything that gets close, which means anyone on the path. Would be even more useful than just putting the hammer down on the water elementals there is someone scouting the gazebo on Mistral Lake, the one that has a solid view of the Alliance outpost there. You up for being useful? Yeah, I want to be useful. Pixel, goblin here, satyr horns. Hey, I've been traveling through Ashenvale, heading towards Ratchet, and decided to make a stop here at Splinter Tree. I'm always looking for an opportunity, and it seems that satyr horns are in high demand in Ratchet these days. After asking around here, it seems that the satyrs in Nightrun, Satyrnar, and Xavian all have the type of horns I'm looking for. I'm no match for those satyrs, but you look like you might be. Tell you what, you collect the horns for me and I'll make it worth your time. Always out for a buck. I think this woman here gives us one. Yeah. Are we too high level for it to show up over her head? That's weird. The Ashenvale Hunt. There are 3 legendary creatures that make up the Ashenvale Hunt. You may seek them and test yourself against their cunning and might. In the process, you'll hopefully learn something about yourself. The creatures are the bear Ursongus, the night saber cat Shadumbra, and the hippogriff Sharptalon. The creatures of the Ashenvale Hunt are powerful, and you may find that you'll need aid in bringing them down. If you should best them, bring me proof of your deed.
Winds be active. Well met.
So now we just ask her where they are. I think I actually remember where they are. It's been a while. I know Sharptalon is actually not far from here, just south of here, over in these trees. I guess I shouldn't say over in these trees, this whole zone is trees. Just south down that way, flying around. It's a big blue hippogriff. I guess we haven't seen one yet.
What you want?
We received reports that Ashenvale Outrunners left Silverwing Outpost not long ago, and now sneak near our territories in the forest. We don't want them gathering intelligence on our defenses. Sneak through the forests south of our post here, and east of the Alliance outpost of Silverwing. Find and slay the Outrunners, then return to me.
What do you need?
We're in short supply of a few items at the Warsong Lumber Camp. Pixel at Splinter Tree Post has our shipment of saw blades. It'll take a trip to Booty Bay to pick up a crate of axes from Wharf Master Losgill. Our shipment of oil and rope will be more difficult. The rope was pilfered by the Thistlefur and Foulweld furbolgs, and the satyrs intercepted the delivery of the oil and are now using it for detestable rituals in Nightrun, Satyrnar, and Xavian. Can you help me? So that's a lot of stuff. But this quest is definitely worth doing because look at this. Awesome blue items that are great for any class. We would obviously take the... oh, actually it's not obvious. Would we want to take this cloth belt for healing, or would we take these boots for damage? Oh. Well, that's something we're thinking about. Once again, I forgot to write down my cloth gear, my healing gear. Should I write down a note to remember to write down cloth gear? Would that help? The Lost Pages. I just picked up this shredder from Ratchet, and I was on my way back to the Warsong Lumber Camp, where I'm supposed to be on duty. I was given a manual on how to operate the shredder, but on the trip back, a huge gust of wind blew it from my hands. The pages went everywhere, and all I was left with was the cover. The pages could be just about anywhere by now, I suppose. But I don't know how to use the shredder without them. Will you find them for me? So this is actually a zone-long quest, basically, to find all these missing pages, and they drop off of literally any mob in the entire zone. We don't actually have to accept that quest in order to find the pages, so I'm going to save space in our quest log. So yeah, we'll be finding those pages constantly. You'll get duplicates. You'll always end up with just a couple of them that you just can't find, and it's a real pain. But the good thing is that you can actually buy and sell them on the auction house. So when you get towards the end there and you've got just a few left, that's a good one to, or a good way to do it. What I want to do quick. Oh man, I forgot to grab the breadcrumb quest to come to Ashenvale from Crossroads. I've done that twice now, haven't I? I forgot to do that going to Hillsbrad for the first time. And I forgot to do it just now. That's okay. What I'm actually doing now, though, is coming down here quick to grab the... Oh, no. Actually, now I'm questioning myself. I was going to say I was coming down here to grab the Warsong Outrunners quest. I think that's what it's called. But now I'm thinking I might have to do the breadcrumb one in order to be able to do that one. I can't remember. Okay, no, I can do it. Warsong Reports, that's what it is. I recently deployed a few scouts into Ashenvale, and I need a runner to take them their orders and bring me back a report of what they have observed. Your first stop should be the Zoramgar outpost, along the coast to the west at the Zoram Strand to locate the first runner. You also need to stop at Splinter Tree Post to the north, and along the road to the east, near Ashara. You'll find a scout and an outrunner there. Give them each a report, and from them, get an update on their findings. I'm glad I didn't have to go back and get the breadcrumb quest just to do that one. Okay, so we have a bunch of quests. All right in our level range right now, that's nice. I guess technically this one is a Baron's quest. And I think first thing, just like he recommended, is to go out to the coast here. Even though Splinter Tree in this area is the first place you'll usually come to when you come in from the Barrens, the coast out here, Zoramgar Outpost, is actually the lower level area. So, even though that's not really the natural progression for Horde players, that's the better place to go first. It's designed that way because Alliance players, Night Elf players, come in from the northwest. They come in from, so this is their starting area, and then they move to Darkshore, which is like their 10 to 20-ish level area, and then they come into Ashenvale right there. So they start over here. And since this is much more of their zone than the Hordes, I guess that's the natural progression of the levels. I think he'll let me steal that life root. Let's see. Probably not. Oh, we got lucky. Must have been our ghost wolf form. We were just transparent enough that he couldn't see us. I'm once again playing relatively early on a weekend morning, so I'm kind of hoping we're not going to run into a lot of other players. I think I had mentioned this last time when we ran through Ashenvale that Especially when the game first came out, when I was playing through Ashenvale on my main character. There was a lot of PvP here in Ashenvale. There was a lot of PvP basically in every zone. But there was a lot of conflict here. Just because this is actually more so of an alliance zone. Although on the other hand, there are a lot less players playing through Darkshore than the Barrens, so I don't know. Maybe it's closer to 50-50, but regardless, there was a lot of PvP, and when I say PvP, I basically just mean ganking. There were a lot of players even at level 60 that were just here ganking just for fun, I guess. So we're making this same run that we've already made once. I'm now thinking that when we were over here, was it this lake here, that we did our water totem quest, we should have just made it out to the coast to grab that flight path before we left. That would have certainly saved us some time, but not a huge deal. I always enjoy a nice run through Ashenvale. Okay, so once again we're to Astronar, the Night Elf town. That's the way we went to get to the Water Totem quest. And like I believe I mentioned before, do not try to cross that bridge or you will die. So as a Horde player, we're just going to run around the outside here. Try not to get into a fight with these spiders. Well, I guess they're pretty low level, not an issue. Nope, still grabbed one. So you can actually see some of the Alliance NPCs in there. Oh, he webbed me right before running away. Thanks, man. That was a nice shot, though. He was far away. Some cool statues around here. Maestra's Post is also in a small Alliance settlement. They have quests. This is their first stop upon entering Ashenvale. So this is a small minor quest hub before moving on to Astronar. Some Alliance NPCs in here. No players as far as I can tell, which is good. So we're gonna head west now, off to the coast here. Looks like we're just gonna be catching a sunrise, which is nice. Oh hey, another Horde player. Undead Rogue. It always feels good to be around a rogue for some reason. A friendly rogue, I should clarify. It always feels terrible to have a enemy rogue skulking around. Like if you're out questing somewhere and you see an enemy rogue, and you guys are kind of just leaving each other alone, but then you see them stealth, and you haven't seen them pop up again in a little bit to kill another mob or something. I always assume they're coming after me. And I'm probably right 90% of the time. You don't play a rogue to not gank, right? That's like the fun of the class. Not for me, but for most people. Oh, that's a really nice sunrise coming out over the water. I like that. But unfortunately, it's combined with what looks to be ruin, because the Naga have taken over. These serpent-looking people. If you've played Warcraft 3, you're familiar. If not, this is the first time we've seen them. Long story short, they basically used to be elves that were transformed, or like cursed, I guess is probably the right way to put it, by demons, and they became the Naga. So here we are. Flight Master, hello. Warsong Runner. Who's our first guy that we need a report from. He doesn't have anything over his head, so you'd probably easily miss him. So you're here with my orders. Always good to see a new recruit with an exuberant nature and a strong will. You'd best learn fast if you expect to keep up here. The threat of the Naga grows. I've observed and taken up defenses against several attacks on this outpost since I arrived here. But if you'd like to pitch in with that effort, speak with one of the others here at the outpost. Well, my update will explain all of this to Kadric. You must return this to him as quickly as possible.
Your blades never dull.
Alright, one down. Between a rock and a thistlefur. The thistlefur furbolgs are threatening our expansion. Thistlefur village to our east blocks the way between us here and the Splinter Tree post. It's a path that would circumvent the village of Astronar. Without it, we give the Alliance an extra expansion path. We must not allow an expansion path gap. Proceed to Thistlefur village and thin out the furbolgs. You will be given compensation for this task, but more importantly, you'll be doing your duty for the Horde.
For the Horde.
So we haven't seen the furbolgs yet either. Oh, we've got one to turn into this guy. Oh, this is the BFD guy that we got. Yeah, we got the quest from one of the guys in Stonetown Mountains, right? This is Je ne sais quoi. He's basically sort of what his name is. I think that has to be what they were going for, right? Oh yeah, Sunamon. We got this one from the water elemental there that was trying to put out that campfire and was failing hilariously. Sunamon sent you. Excellent. Then we have matters to discuss. Within the beginning tunnels of Black Fathom Deeps, large sapphire clusters can be found along the cave walls. Recently it was noted that the Naga were harvesting the crystals. Until it can be discerned why, I sense we should stop the Naga from succeeding. The crystals have great elemental power, and if used inappropriately, could make for a powerful arcane component. Will you help me? Black Fathom Deeps can be found along Zoram Strand to the north of our outpost. Twilight's Hammer has moved into the Moon Shrine, not Moonshine, ruins of Black Fathom Deeps. The presence can only serve to coerce the elements into working against us. If left unchecked, this region will be theirs for good. Go into Black Fathom and find the ruins Fathom Stone. It should be somewhere close in the water. In it is a Fathom Core, a device that when properly read, it will relate a history of all elemental activity. That's an odd sentence. If I have it, I and the Earthen Ring can maybe do something to stop them. Yeah, so here's where we get most of our Black Fathom Deeps quests.
What you want?
My kinfolk were traveling here with many sacred troll charms, but the Thistlefur furbolgs attacked and killed them before they reached Zoramgar. Those vile furbolgs. I miss my brothers and sisters who were killed, but we will meet again in the afterlife. However, their troll charms hold great value in this world. It is an outrage that the furbolgs have them. You must retrieve the charms. They are in chests in Thistlefur Hold, a cave at the end of Thistlefur Village, north of Astronaut.
See you later.
And Vorsha the Lasher is actually a an escort quest that I don't think we're probably quite ready to do on our own yet. We're only level 26, so we're not going to pick that one up yet, because it actually starts immediately upon picking it up. So, yeah, we've got a lot of Ashenvale quests. There is one quest, and I don't know who gives it. Clearly we're too high level now. Maybe it's her? Yeah. She wants us to kill Naga here and collect their heads. But we are too high level now. It's not even worth doing. Okay, so let's see, in terms of levels then. Yeah, perhaps let's go back to Splinter Tree and kill the Outrunners and yeah, let's do that. It's getting a lot more expensive to fly. This one was 5 silver. We'll finish off our Warsong Reports quest, and we will kill the Ashenvale Outrunners. And then I suppose we could get started on the Thistlefur. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll do this one. Stone Talon, stand still. He wants us to go grab... Oh, we don't have to pick up anything. We just have to kill elementals and scout the gazebo. In addition to doing this one, there's a named water elemental in the same little lake, pond, whatever, down here. That they don't tell you to kill for any reason. But if you do, he drops a quest item for you to turn in, kind of like the ones in the Barrens. However, this one actually gives a reward, which is actually really good. So we'll probably do that one right after the Outrunners. So in our Warsong, what's it called? Warsong Supplies quest, they mentioned that Pixel has the saw blades. So to get them, we actually need to give her a deadly blunderbuss, which is a gun that engineers can make. And thankfully, my hunter, is an engineer. So I will make one of those, or maybe I'll just buy one in the auction house, I guess. I don't know how cheap they are. A gold 73, that seems pretty high. So after this episode, sometime off screen, I'll just grab one of those so we can get started on that quest too. So the Warsong Scout is somewhere here. She can either be, I don't know, stationed somewhere along these characters, or if she's not here, she is actually sometimes up in this tower. So, just in case you can't find her, here she is.
Mogra.
Keep an eye out, Torin. The elves are often hiding in the shadows. We must always be watching. We've worked very hard to claim this land, and the elves are looking for a chance to take it from us. I assume you have my next orders from Cadric? Let Cadric know of the success we've had here, holding off the Night Elves. Our plans are going well.
May your blades never dull.
Alright. 2 down. And now our third one is to the east. Oh, hey, look at that. There's Sharp Talon. Level 31, so we certainly will not be fighting it yet, but it's awesome looking, right? That's what a hippogriff is. I think the other two are lower level than that one. I think Sharp Talon is the highest level one. Which makes sense, I guess, considering it's literally right outside of the front gate of the person that asked you to kill her. Actually, I think the bear is pretty close to the lake that we're going to be going to. I think the bear wanders around the area near the Talon Deep Path. In fact, maybe I will confirm with the Tauren there that told us about him. These wolves look like us. Ghost paws. So that's a satyr. Those are the guys who we need their horns. They've got giant horns. I think these used to also be night elves and were also cursed. I don't know their history as well. I think I had mentioned the what was that book series called? The Ancients? War of the Ancients? The Night Elf ones? I've not read those yet, so I'm sure they talk about it in there. Here's our Warsong Outrider on a wolf mount, which is awesome. Much danger lies along this path. You do best to remember this while traveling in these lands. The threat of the Alliance is quite near. We're faced by enemies on all fronts. The satyr are a formidable and prevalent force in eastern Ashenvale. I've also discovered that the Naga have taken over a large area of the land of Ashara. It's good to see that we are still bolstering our numbers. Be ready for what lies ahead. Take my update to Kadric swiftly.
Be safe.
So this is where we've been chopping trees down. This whole area is full of Horde NPCs. Actually, let's run through it. Just to uncover it on our map. Warsong Lumber Camp. So, there's really no reason for Horde players to ever come here. This is not a quest hub or anything. I'm assuming Alliance players come in here and kill a lot of these Horde guys. It must be the case, otherwise I have no idea what all this is for. I've honestly never actually run in here before. Kargathia Keep. Interesting. I was expecting a named person in here. However, I don't see one. I assumed it was going to be like a kill the leader of the Warsong Lumber Camp as an Alliance quest. Well, I don't know. That puzzles me. I've never played an Alliance character this high of a level, up into the upper 20s. So I don't know what kind of quests they have. Well, actually that's not true. I guess I played one to level 30, didn't I? Maybe I didn't come this far over in Ashenvale, though. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. Ooh. Level 30, level 29. Oh, this is not a good place for us to be. These are all demons. Left over from all of the stuff from Warcraft 3. Where is the Strangle Kelp? There it is. Okay, so we are now, I think, yeah, so we're back south-ish of Splinter Tree Post. This whole area is where the Ashenvale Outrunners can be, and they are stealthed. So if you kind of just run around, check near the trees, think about where somebody might be stealthed, trying to spy on an enemy village. And that's how you find the Ashenvale Outrunners. More often than not, they'll end up attacking me before I attack them, which is fine. It's helpful to be a class. Oh, there's one. I was actually just going to say it's helpful to be a class that can see stealth units more easily. Like hunters have a track hidden ability, think warlocks have something. For the rest of us, you kind of just gotta try your best to really pay attention, or they just end up attacking you first, which is not a big deal. I mean, they're level 24, so it's not like they're a huge threat. There's also these slimes here, which I vaguely remember being a part of a quest. But I can't think of what it is, and I clearly don't have it yet, so... Uh-oh. Oh. NPCs are fighting. Can I claim this kill from me? Yeah. I want to get credit for this. Ah, that's a bummer. So, there are undead here. Once again, from Warcraft 3, it would make sense. This is known as the Dordanil Barrow Den. If I remember correctly, when you played as the Night Elves, you had to come down here with Malfurion Stormrage and awaken the druids. There were... was it the Druids of the Claw? Had been slumbering here, I think. So there's Druids of the Claw and Druids of the Talon. They were separate at the time in Warcraft 3. Okay, so we got our first page. Page 10. I'm surprised my eyes are working so well right now. I guess it's the boost I'm getting for playing early in the morning. Maybe a little more alert. I don't know. Usually they're pretty tough to spot. I've also usually gotten pretty unlucky that there are other players looking for them at the same time. Oh, that one found me first. Ooh. Got me with a scorpion sting. So they're definitely hunters. Alright, come on now. This is ridiculous. Oh, she got me too. Wow. She got me from far away. That was pretty good. Just like that, that's 9 of them. He saw me kill the last one. Take my word for it, I killed 8 others. Very good. Your hunting skills are impressive. The loss of those outrunners helps blind the Alliance, and when they lack intelligence, they are less likely to launch attacks.
Lita.
Oh yeah, so here's the scout. She came down the tower now. So she's either standing there or standing up. Up on the top there. So there's another quest I don't want to forget about. I'm not ready to do it yet, I don't think. It's also another one that's hard to do solo at this level. You actually pick it up like right around here in the hill somewhere, because there is a Night Elf encampment right there that there's an NPC that wants to attack it, siege it, and you go in with them. I think there's a group of like 5 or so NPCs, and you all kind of attack it together. It's actually pretty fun, but it's pretty difficult to do by yourself, so we'll wait maybe a few more levels and do that one. I don't recall it particularly having good rewards or anything, but it's fun, so that's good enough of a reward, right? Wow, look at that. Level 35 Elite Alliance. Giant walking tree. I don't think I have to tell you to avoid getting mixed up with that guy. Oh, he's going that way. Okay. Well, then I'll go this way. Except that wolf's coming at me. There we go. Look at those sneaking skills. Alright, here we are at the lake. And there's our gazebo that we're scouting on this little Alliance building here. And all throughout the water are water elementals. So let us get started killing them. Oh, we probably can't use Frostbrand here, can we? Let's find out. Oop, immune. Oops. Seem to be glitched. Not animating their attacks. They look like they're just standing there. That was odd. In case you were wondering, fireballs do work underwater for some strange reason. I guess we ought to make our way to the gazebo first. I'm sure we'll have to fight some on the way. So I think, if I remember correctly, The named guy we're looking for. So these guys are like a bluish color. I think the named guy is green. And I think he's larger. He might patrol around, I don't really remember. So all you gotta do is come into the gazebo here, and it gives you the credit for that. There we go. I scouted, apparently. Oops, hello. So he frost novaed me in place, but then he still just stood there, letting me hit him. You'd think when you get frost novaed in place, the mob will move away from you and then shoot you with something. So you're out of melee range, but not these guys. Yeah, I'm thinking the name guy must be a patrol. Lesser healing waves getting to a point where it's not doing that much healing for us. We could use a new rank of it for sure. I feel like his name is like Tide. Tide something. Swim around for a little bit. Search for him. Another page. Page 5. Oops. Yeah, definitely don't see him out this way. I also didn't see him entering combat. Oh. I found my totems. Pulling this guy. Page 12. Ooh. Strength, stamina, cloak. Well, that is actually significantly better than the one we have on. Yeah, let's equip it. Why not? That's kind of cool. It's a little bit longer. And black. That's different. I feel like I usually don't see a black cloak. I like it. Oh, found him. Tidorus. Oh, he was down here. Yeah, he's green. Did I miss him, or was he not there the first time? It does look like he's patrolling, doesn't it? Is he coming this way? I think so. Oh, and you can put down your totems in water, despite the fact that they're not sitting on anything. They just float. So he's a level 27 non-elite, a little bit higher than everybody else around this area, but shouldn't be a problem to handle. And there we go, the fouled water globe. Starts a quest. The slain elemental has produced an intensely glowing globe of water. The contents of the globe are, at best, disgusting. It would be safe to assume that whatever has befouled the water of Mistral Lake is most likely present in the water of the globe. It's not exactly common knowledge who might be interested in such a find. Perhaps the person who originally sent you out to the lake, Mastock Rylhiss at Splinter Tree Post, might have an idea. Let's put that one right there. Okay, so we got him. And now we just need 2 more elementals on our way out. I wonder if Alliance players ever come to this little building here and then look out, and they're probably just constantly seeing Horde players out here killing water elementals. I don't recall if they have a quest out here. I don't think so. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be a lot of conflict if we both had to quest in the same area. Okay, we are done. So like I said, I believe one of the 3 mobs for us to hunt, I believe, is in this area. And it's a bear named Ursongus, I suppose is how you'd pronounce it. Found you. And it doesn't look like a normal bear. It actually looks like a druid bear. I don't know if it actually is supposed to be a druid. I suppose I should have read the quest text, huh? Oops. Apparently he aggroes from a long range. Got it. Uh-oh, we're gonna pull another one. Yep. Let's see if we can run out of aggro range of this guy. I don't want to have to re-pull the... Okay, whoops, no, don't hit me. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This is absurd. Let's get out of here, hopefully. Please stop hitting me. Please stop dazing me. Okay, my god, that was ridiculous. Anyway, we got our paw. The paw of the mighty bear Ursongus is your trophy for this part of the Ashenvale hunt. On the paw is a small quarter crescent emblem. The significance of the emblem remains a mystery. The paw should be brought to Sanani Thunderheart in Splinter Tree Post to prove that you've bested the mighty creature and completed this portion of the hunt. Okay, well, I guess that just outright told us that it's a mystery. Maybe it's a druid of the claw that couldn't come out of its slumber in bear form. I don't know. Oh, there's that guy again. Silverwind Refuge. Oh. I don't think we've run into this yet. So, see how this guard's level is just a skull? It's not even a number. That means it is at least 10 levels higher than I am. So basically it means, yeah, don't even try, get out of here. And skull mobs will aggro you from an incredibly far distance. So you need to stay extremely far away. And now I'm thinking about it, I don't think we've seen furbolgs yet. So that's what these little guys are. They're like bear people, kinda. Oh, I'm in combat. Probably shouldn't be trying to sneak through their village. It's not a good way to avoid combat. If I was smart, I would have just gone out to the road, but obviously I'm not. So we've got 4 quests to turn in. And I am extremely confident that those 4 quests will get us the rest of this XP here. So that's exciting. I wasn't sure if we'd hit level 27 in the next episode, but it looks like we probably will. Before I run past it, we'll make sure to go turn in the one to Kadric down here on the Baron's border. Yeah, so here's Silverwing Outpost. Lots of mobs in our way. Low level, though. The guy that wants to attack it, I believe, is right here. Yeah, there he is. Torek. And he's got 3 guys with him. So he's level 24. 21s and 22s with him. And you go in and siege that place there. So the mobs are relatively low level, 21s, 22s also. However, there's a lot of them, and even more spawn than what are already there. So it's more difficult than it looks like it would be. It also spawns a named mob, I think. and I don't remember how high level that one is. I think you get a named mob and several others all at once. But I'll try to remember to come back and do that one just because it's kind of fun.
Strength and honor.
Hurry! They must receive the reports. It is urgent. I can see that you are one that can be counted on. These updates are crucial to our plans to further our presence in Ashenvale. We can now plan our next move.
For the Horde.
So Warsong is the name of the orc clan that Grom Hellscream was the chieftain of. And Grom is who you were playing as in Warcraft 3 on that mission where you came into Ashenvale to gather lumber for the Horde. So that is what the name Warsong came from, and that's why that's there. So that's the camp you started in that mission. And the Night Elves understandably got upset for you coming in here and chopping all their sacred trees down. Ah, I was just thinking about you. How goes your hunting? Ah, the paw of Ursongus. Your skill is impressive, shaman. He's credited with numerous kills. The crescent on his paw is no doubt a sign that he was trained by the Night Elves that skulk about Ashenvale. Ursongus was one of the mightiest bears you'd find in these parts. To have bested such a creature is a testament to your will and resolve. Your ancestors would be proud.
Walk with fear.
Oh yeah, look at that. So close to 27. We will definitely get it with these last two.
Blood and thunder.
Yeah, I heard that someone tore up the lake out there like a dust devil through the barrens. From the sound of it too, we might be able to set up a possible observation area out there to keep an eye on our Alliance friends. Well, that is if we can keep it on the down low. Looks like you ended up being quite useful after all. The transports between here and Stone Talon should have an easier time of it. Take this, you've earned it. There we go, level 27. Yeah, what do you need? You find a nasty ball of water and decide to bring it to me? Who am I, the Earthen Ring or something? Actually, that does give me an idea. Perhaps you do need the Earthen Ring for this. I mean, if it helps clear up the situation at the lake for good, then I'm all for it. You know who the Earthen Ring are. The Earthen Ring is a shamanistic group dedicated to studying and preserving the elements. They've forgotten more about crazy old gods. They have forgotten more about crazy old gods, ancient legends, and lore than most scholars will ever know. That's strange. Lucky for you, I know someone in the Earthen Ring here in Ashenvale. Head over to Zoramgar Outpost on the coast of the Zoram Strand. Show Genesenkra what you found. If anyone can figure out that globe's significance, it would be him. So look at these rewards you get. A leather belt with agility and a lot of attack power. And the other two actually are not that good. But look at that. That's crazy good at this level. 12 attack power in addition to 4 agility and 3 stamina. Seriously, I'm pretty sure my hunter, I took this belt on my hunter and seriously wore it for like 30 levels. I'm not even kidding.
Victory.
They had to have made a mistake with making it that good. There's no reason the reward should be that good at this level. So let's sell some stuff.
Zug zug.
Oh, you are not a vendor.
For
That's
the
interesting.
Horde.
Innkeepers are usually vendors. Oh, I guess I ran right past one.
Hail.
Okay, so we're going to be heading back out to the outpost, which is fine. The next thing I guess we'll do is probably these Thistlefur quests, or you know what, maybe we'll just run BFD next episode. I don't know. I guess that'll be for me to decide off screen. Oh, before we forget. Oh my god. We have 2 talent points to spend. I seriously spent the entirety of level 26 without my talent point. That's embarrassing. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna add those to Flurry. So now we've got a 20% chance of increasing my attack speed after a crit. Alright, good deal. I think we'll definitely wrap this one up here. This was a pretty good episode. I'm excited to go get that belt next. Or, well, even if we run BFD, I guess I'll grab that belt first. So either way. We will continue in Ashenvale again in the next one. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you then.